McDaniels. Julius Randle is out there with Gobert, and it's Conley in at the 1. And for the Celtics, the post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Brown in at the small forward. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Now look, when Porzingis has it there, there's not much you can do defensively.
And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Thanks. Well, the Celtics won their 18th championship in 2024, the most of any franchise in the NBA, and with multiple extensions this summer, securing their core moving forward, Boston has made huge financial commitments to compete for championships every single year.
Not a team to be taken lightly. All right, Shams, we thank you for the report. You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year, as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
You know, Greg, so often we talk about depth, but how important is it for these teams to possess it?
Yeah, especially with the amount of injuries we see happen every season. It's so critical that teams have players that are ready to step up and produce and really allow you to not have to change the way you play.
So he gets them both. Well, Greg, Boston didn't just win the title. They won their 18th NBA championship in style.
No series went more than 5, going 16-3 in the postseason, Kevin. Half of those wins were by 15 or more. The Celtics really weren't even challenged during that title run.
And here's Gobert. After Jason Tatum getting his shot to go from deep. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. Here's Holiday. Last game he had 10 points. Pass to Tatum for the 3. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
An accurate shooter from distance. Tatum's teammates want him to keep looking to pull the trigger.
Randle left side. Conley against White. Now Gobert. Clock at 4. Here's Edwards. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And he's a true inside-out threat. Edwards wants to score from everywhere on the floor.
Porzingis sets the pick for Brown. No good on the triple.
Yeah, that's a shame, because I'm not sure the defense will let him get a shot that good again very soon.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Had a chance to catch up with Joe Mazzulla, and we talked about the tall task of facing Anthony Edwards. Coach said he is so physical. Ant looks more like a linebacker than a wing, so we can't foul Edwards too much. That's playing right into his hands. So they'll try to play him tight without sending him to the line. Not easy to do. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He wants to check in with his team and regroup.
moment here now to see the numbers for Anthony Edwards. He's been fantastic over the last 10 games or so. Tops in scoring, and he's in the top 10 in field goal percentage. Really able to power his way to the bucket and finish through contact.
And his scoring abilities are just so far out of sight. Number 1 overall right now. No one's been able to slow him down or even come close. Now here's Conley. Last game we saw him score 13. Edwards against Holiday. The tray. And the basket by Edwards. Edwards got 5 now.
And good read by Edwards, playing at his pace and carving out space for that shot.
Here's Tatum. And it falls over the rim and in. And it's 8 points for Jason Tatum.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Now here's Conley. Pass to McDaniels. Fires from deep. And Boston with the rebound. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
And the mental game you talk about, a lot comes down to coaching, having your players focused.
Now here's McDaniels. Jason Tatum missing his last shot. And Derek White picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul, second team foul.
White against Conley. Pass to McDaniels. Just 5 on the clock. From the arc. He's off on that one. Holiday with it. Now defended by Gobert. Richard, so many things about Jrue Holiday's game we love, but what impresses you most about his game?
Well, I know it's an easy answer, but it's his defense. It's hard to be a feared defender in the modern NBA, Kevin. But Holiday is such a pest at all times on that end of the floor.
Now here's White. Rudy Gobert missing his last shot. Outside Tatum. Porzingis with a screen on Randall. And here's Tatum for 3. Gobert pulls it in. Timberwolves trail by 5. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Gobert with a screen on White. Conley finds McDaniel. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Outside Holiday. Pass to Brown. White against Conley. There's the triple. White, good.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He's ready to talk things through with the team. some changes here for the Timberwolves. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. And the Timberwolves with possession here. 8-point game. McDaniels passes to Randle. Here's DiVincenzo. White covering. Edwards looking it over. To stop the drought. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And he's got more than a few ways to beat you. Edwards will be aggressive when he has to initiate contact and create the N1 opportunity.
One shot.
And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
And so Edwards will bring it up for the Timberwolves. Trailing by 5. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
Coaches love that kind of showing offensively, especially on the road.
Here's Porzingis following the 3 by Minnesota. Back to Holiday. Outside White. The 3. Randle grabs the board.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Pass to Edwards. Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota had, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
He misses the free throw. And through this early portion, Greg, of the season, we've had our fair share of surprises.
Yeah, it's fun to see the preseason predictions go up in flames, right? Every year it feels like we have at least one team that overachieves and shocks us all.
Alexander Walker, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. And he's good on the second. Richard, the Celtics have been among the NBA's elites for quite a while now.
Well, they've been a title contender every year for almost a decade now. Even with several coaching changes over that time, they've been the model of consistency.
Minnesota's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Now here's Edwards. He's guarded closely. Hits the three-point bomb. Edwards got 12 in the game.
And you have to stay up on Edwards out there, which is dangerous because he's so good at going right around you.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over.
Hey, Boston, let's get loud for Celtics Entertainment. Fans on the court is your fight squad. We know you all know that T-shirt, everyone. Let me hear you get loud.
Timberwolves making a switch here. Dillingham's checked in. And now you see the 2K leaderboard. Not only have these teams caused a lot of turnovers over the last 10 games, but they've scored off them as well. Number 1, the Celtics.
I mean, they've gotten a little more aggressive defensively. You can become a more confident team on that end, and so much of it, I think, has to do with forcing turnovers and creating offense.
Here's Pritchard. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Washington.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
Now, here's Reed. Here's Dillingham. Randle outside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Horford.
And, you know, one thing you have to admire about Randle is his hunger to get better. He is a real leader who leads by example.
That free throw good from Randle. Both free throws good from Randle. The Celtics trail by 4. Here's Pritchard, and they get it, and the basket by Hauser.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
Now, here's Reed. He had 25 points in the win against the Raptors in Toronto.
And his rebounding was solid in that effort as well. He did a lot of work on the glass. All around, just his effort level was off the charts.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Horford from outside. And again, Boston with the triple.
Hands like a guard. Horford with that quick trigger.
Minnesota's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range in the first quarter. Randle with a screen for DiVincenzo. Randle outside. Launches a 3. That shot off.
Oh, he really wanted that triple. Even though he missed, I really like the competitiveness I'm seeing.
Tatum, that's good.
Keep riding that hot hand. He's been pretty much unstoppable.
Randle with the ball. His last outing, he had 8 points. But 3. The shot, no good. Here's Pritchard. Fires it up. Again, the Celtics good for 2. Timberwolves trail by 6. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Reed kicks to Randle. Into the lane. And the layup's good off the glass. Randle's got 6.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by Boston.
Pass to Cornette. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Reed. 3-on-3. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And you can't turn it over against this team. That's a recipe for disaster, and we're seeing the results of that.
And he knocks down the first one. And Greg, talk about a guy who can create for himself. Dillingham can already score on elite defenders.
Yeah, and Kevin, a lot of that is his footwork. You can see the hours he's put into it. And then add in the body control and quickness. Good luck slowing this young man down.
Boston leading by 3. And here's Tatum for 3. Julius Randle with the rebound. Randle's got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Shannon. Beyond the arc. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randle.
A fantastic decision-making big. Randle with the right choice there, finding the open man.
Horford sets a screen for Tatum. Outside, Horford. Right wing. And slam dunk by Tatum.
We see this from Tatum often, and it never gets old. Just scoring at will.
Alexander Walker up top, guarded by Tatum. Here's Reed, and he uses the glass on the layup. Reed's got the
pick, works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Horford, no luck.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
Randle with the bucket.
And when Randle gets rolling on the drive, there's almost no stopping him. His size and athleticism are going to get him to the hoop.
Here's Pritchard, and he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised it ended up going their way with the miss.
A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. And the rejection by Tatum. Outside, Horford. Now Tatum fires from way outside. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge for Minnesota. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. Back to the action in just a minute. And some good action in the books as